Hi world, it's Cookie, and I know it's been quite some time since I've been on here. A lot has happened to me in the last 6 months or so. Um, I would say, as you say in the YouTube world, story time. November passed. The last week of November has made it a year since I've had my teeth removed. I haven't got my permanents yet because there is a story that involves what's going on and why I haven't gotten my permanents. As you can see, I'm just wearing my tops and not my bottoms because there's a lot going on in this area here, and I'm going to explain it to you. I'm trying to make this video short, but I will give you the cliff notes of what have happened to me since the end of, I'll say, yeah, the end of June up to now. Um, let's start in June. Okay, I started a new job. I've been so happy on my new job, and now I have started a new position since starting this new job and got promoted to a team lead. So right now I'm very happy with my employment. Nico, baby, please stop. I appreciate you, but you're in the way, okay? See, my baby, baby. Anyways, at that time, my brother-in-law, my husband's eldest brother, who just turned 62, well, in 63, I'm sorry. He would have been 64 come October past, but we lost him to cancer. And around that time, while he was in the last couple weeks of his life, I noticed there was inside of my cheek, an abscess was growing, and it was getting bad. It was hurting so bad. It was like to the point where I couldn't even put my bottoms in. And my face started swelling up. I started getting this square man jaw thing going, like Superman, the old Superman. So I called Affordable Dentures, and they referred me to a oral surgeon, not the one that originally removed my teeth, but a different one, because I changed locations, because the location I originally went to had moved further south, and that's too far of a drive for me. So they opened a new office here, not too far from me, and I started going there. Anyway, so we called, me and my husband, we both called. They didn't have an opening until like the first week of July. And I'm telling you, this thing was so painful, and it was hurting so badly. Then, so that's like the week before my brother-in-law passed away. And then we called Affordable Dentures, the oral surgeon who originally moved my teeth. He didn't have anything till the middle of July. So it was so bad. It was so bad. So my husband called his dentist and said, my wife has this problem with her gums, and it's very painful. I'm not sure it's an abscess or something. So he made an appointment. I went in. He looked, and he was like, yeah, it does look like you need to see a neurosurgeon. But then he thought about it. He said, maybe I can drain it myself, which he did. He numbed me up. He cut it open. He put like a glove, like a tip of a glove in there to catch the, the pus that was coming out of the wound. And then he stitched me, and then he started me on an advanced aggressive treatment of antibiotics. And for that the first few days, it seemed like it wasn't getting any better. So by the time that week when my brother-in-law passed away, the area was really bad. But then the glove piece came out, and then all of a sudden it was like a gush of something in my mouth, and then I felt better. It's like suddenly that knot that was growing up here inside was like gone. And then I went to see him the day before the wake, and he was pushing, and I could see it coming out, and it was like, I was like, okay, it's starting to feel better. There's no more throbbing. The swelling was starting to go down a little bit more. And then by the following week, when the funeral came around, I was able to wear my dentures, and I was able to talk to people. I was able to go on with my life. Then I had a follow-up visit with him that last week of June, and he said that, I started noticing right. See where you see where like a dent right here now. I'm gonna get there. There was growing. There was a knot, like a size pea-sized knot. I asked him, was that normal? Is that because you notice my jaw's kind of lopsided because they had to remove it. Um, I asked him, was that normal? He said it was probably from the infection, probably moving somewhere else in my jaw. So he changed my antibiotics. He increased the dosage, he increased the strength, and he said for me to come back in a week. Okay, so fast forward to that Friday, I noticed the knot was getting a little painful to the touch, but it didn't bother me, but I was still taking the antibiotics like he told me. Then that Saturday, which will make it, okay, fast forward, because it's after July 4th. So we're talking about the end of July. We're jumping forward. I'm sorry. We're jumping way forward now. We're talking like the middle of July, close to the end of July, about the 26th, 27th, something like that. I can't remember the dates. Because it's all happened after the 4th of July. Then, yeah, because we had his funeral. Yeah, that weekend after the 4th of July. So, okay, fast forward a week later. So we're talking about now the middle of July, close to the end of July. So that Friday, same thing. Pea-size hurt. That Saturday I got up. I went through my usual routine. I even washed my car. I got a brand new car I was happy about. So I was cleaning that, and I was like, but later that evening, that pea was really hard. It was like literally like a knot, and it was so painful, and it hurt, and then my jaw started hurting really badly. So the next day, I tried to wear my dentures. Wasn't happening. Eat normally. Still wasn't happening. Couldn't even drink a cup of coffee because it hurt. And by that evening time, I told my husband, it doesn't feel normal. It feels very painful. I can't even, my jaw hurts. Okay. He said, I'm taking you to the hospital. You have to go to the hospital. We went to the hospital, and they looked at it. She said, oh, it could be some, pus or fluid in there. We're going to drain it. We're going to numb your face. We're going to drain it. And then, change your antibiotics, send you home, bam, bam, boom. That's what I thought it was going to happen. She said, we have to do a CT scan of your face. We got to do it with and without contrast. Fine, whatever you need to do. And they did that. They put an IV in my arm. They took me in. They did the CT scan. And then the doctor come in, and they tell me, we're going to have to admit you because what it looks like is a very aggressive infection. I mean, she was looking at it. She said it looks like osteomyelitis, but it looks very aggressive, and we can't treat it with just oral antibiotics. You have to have an IV antibiotic. And I was saying to myself, what? Why did that change from draining to now I got to be admitted into the hospital? And they said because I needed to see an oral surgeon. I had to be consulted by an oral surgeon because they think that I have to have surgery. And I was praying to God I didn't have to have surgery. And then they said the knot under my chin was what baffled them, because it wasn't a pus pocket. It was a ball of tissue that was a knot, and it was growing in form. And that what got them. And then they said there was a lot of erosion from here to here on my jaw. And they asked me, when did I have my teeth removed? What I told them was in November. They looked confused because that's 6 months ago. So they're like, okay, and you're just feeling pain now? This is something that happens over time, that people start feeling pain along the way. And you tell them you ain't felt no pain, which, truthfully, no pain. So fast forward, they transferred me to the new hospital, and the oral surgeon came and saw me Tuesday. I went in Sunday. I got admitted on Sunday. They started me on the antibiotics. I had an infectious disease come in and see me. I had, all this other stuff. So this is where the story gets kind of funny. The oral surgeon came in. First, he was pissed because they called his wrong line. They're supposed to call his emergency line. They called his office, and he's not there. So he was mad about that. They had him do an X-ray, a panoramic view X-ray of my face to compare with the CT scan from the other hospital. And when he came in, he literally was like, I am literally confused. And he said, that ball of tissue is what got me worried. I have to have a biopsy. When you hear biopsy, you think cancer, because I just buried my brother-in-law from cancer, and that scared the hell out of me. So I said, okay. He said, we're not thinking that word. We don't think that word. We're going to do that. And then he said, I have to take some samples from the erosion on your face. And he said, well, let me tell you like this. You have a gap. Right here, this is bone, and all of this is soft. It's literally soft right there. So I spent a week and a half in the hospital, people, for something. Lucky this came back as osteomyelitis. I had to have a PICC line put in my arm because I had to go to the hospital for 6 weeks for IV treatment every day for 6 weeks for an IV treatment with a PICC line in my arm. Then he referred me to an oral surgeon in Miami. I have to see the top doctor for this situation in my jaw. I have almost an inch of missing bone. He said bones are like Oreo cookies. They have 2 hard sides and they have a center which is soft like your bone marrow. I have no outside. I have no inside. All I have is a sliver of the inside bone, and I have a hairline fracture in my jaw back here. Now I can't eat only soft food, because if I eat anything hard, I can crack my jaw, and there's no conventional way of fixing it because you can't put a plate there. There's nothing to hold it. This is my life right now. Now I'm set to have surgery in 2 weeks to fill the hole. No, first to shave down all the jagged edges, because when they showed me the new x-rays, I have all this cracked, jagged edges of what my jaw got ate out at from some infection I have no idea where I got from. And I have to have it filled in with what they call it. It's on the tip of my tongue. Oh, it's on the tip of my tongue. You know what they do when they take bone from one part of the body and they put it in that area. Oh, it's on the tip of my tongue. Grafting, bone grafting. See, it would come to me. But this is a new type that is bone powder, and they fill it in, and it's biodegradable, and it's supposed to grow in my body. Now I will have to. I'm going to be wearing dentures for quite some time because I was planning to get implants, but I have to wait till all that area heals to get implants. So basically what I'm saying is, I'm sorry it's taking me so long. I had to get my thoughts together to do this story time to you guys and let you know exactly what's been going on. Trust me, I'm okay. I'm still okay with having dentures. I'm happy. There was a time where I did have regret. I was in the hospital crying my eyes out because I kept thinking to myself, did I do this to myself? I mean, he asked me, was there trauma when my teeth were extracted? And there were, but not to the point. And then I said I was fine. I'm like, I started going through my life fine. But then my new coworker was noticing my jaw was swelling up on this side where it was getting too big. And I was like, yeah, it did feel kind of, because this side was always normal, but this side was always weird to everybody. It's still kind of weird. Now in a couple of weeks, my face is going to be swollen again because I have to have surgery on my face again. So basically, this is my life. I'm not upset. I'm sad. But hopefully in the end, when it's all said and done, I will have implants. I will have the permanents in. I will be happy again as myself, smiling. My husband still loves me for me. He's happy that there's nothing majorly like cancer. Because when he said biopsy, we both freaked out because all we kept thinking was the big C word when we just recently buried his brother from cancer. His brother lost his fight with cancer and he went peacefully in his sleep, which we were happy that was better than him being in pain. So thank you guys for letting me share my story time with you guys and giving you an update of what's been going on. Like I said, it's been a year now that I have had my teeth removed. I'm not wearing my permanent dentures yet. I'm still in the temps. I did go back and they redid my new temps because the old ones, they had to shave down a lot on this side. But those still, the new temps, I'm still wearing the old ones. The new ones, they don't even fit like the old ones, and I hate that. I still talk like I got like, I don't like that. Anyway, but like I said, thank you guys for letting me share my stories with you. Thank you for, me putting my experiences out there and hope someone. Don't be afraid. It is a scary process. It is a decision you will make for yourself because you want to be happy again. You want to be able to eat. It's not the conventional way of eating things anymore. It's adjustments because I have learned to adjust to eating food again. But I'm okay with that. I lost a little weight. I lost 10 pounds. Hey, that's what I've been needing. But, it's not here or there. Christmas is coming soon, so Merry Christmas to all you. And thank you guys for listening to me. And good luck for those who are planning to do this. Trust me, it is a process. Yes, there is pain. Yes, there are adjustments. But in the end, you will be happy because you'll be able to smile again and get these perfectly straight teeth and say, hey, it's me again. Okay, so I will let you guys know how everything went once I can talk again, because I'm sure I'm not going to be able to talk again, and give you my experiences of how that process went. Okay? Thank you. Love you. Bye.